In 2024, BNI grew from 210 to 500 members.
Yes.
So the question was, how do we get these people to meet each other?
Yeah.
So when Herbert came and said, let's do a league, it just was in line with everything we were looking for.
Yeah.
But also ensure that, you have water, you have glucose, you have an ambulance ready.
Sugar cane.
Everything has to be ready. Sugar cane.
Okay, welcome to BNI Uganda podcast, the show where we spotlight the people and stories behind Uganda's most connected business community. My name is Solomon Tumwesigye. I'm your host, and in today's episode, we explore a different side of BNI, one that goes beyond the meeting rooms, where business actually happens outside the meeting rooms. I'm pleased to be joined by Patricia, my friend. Patricia Alum is from the BNI office, and she's in charge of special programs. Did I get it right, Patricia?
Yeah.
Go on.
Yes, but I'll introduce myself a bit later because it's actually projects and events. So projects is the word you're looking for.
Okay, Patricia is in charge of BNI Uganda project, and Joe Kigozi, let me not mess it up like I did with Patricia. Joe, please introduce yourself.
Good morning, whoever is listening. My name is Joe Kigozi, and I'm privileged that my agency, my academy, Joe Kigozi Academy, was given the opportunity to actually organize the second edition of what I would call the biggest corporate league in this country because of the nature of the people, the diversity, because we have about more than 500 to 600 business, captains, companies that come together.
Yeah. Joe, I was about to say, careful how you pick your words. Then you explained why it's the biggest league in the city.
Yes.
I'm going to dive straight into it. Patricia.
Yes.
You were there from the beginning. I have a few questions. How did this... our viewers and listeners, we're going to talk about the BNI Football League. Season 2 is here. It's starting in a few weeks. Patricia, you're there from season 1.
Yes.
This was one of your first projects that you worked on with BNI Uganda, right?
No.
It wasn't, eh? Okay. You know what? Let me stick to asking the questions. How did this BNI Football League start? What was the mind behind it?
It's a very good question, and but I have to tell the viewers that my very first project with BNI Uganda was the Expo in 2020.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Oh, yes, it was the Expo.
All right. How did the BNI Football League start? So I joined BNI in 2024, and I came in really for the Expo. I actually came in as Diana's assistant, by the way. So we had the Expo, and then towards the end of that year, a gentleman called Herbert Sabiti, he reached out to the national director, and he said... this is his story. He said, when I joined BNI, 1 week into joining BNI, there was a gentleman, the late Kanaba.
Yes.
Who had organized, a gala, a day for BNI members to play football. So Herbert played in that league. And then he said, but that league really helped me out in my chapter. I'd just been there 1 week. And I got visibility. I enjoyed that league. Why don't we do it again?
Yeah. So
when Herbert said that, Diana said, okay, let's have a meeting. So it was me, Herbert, and Diana. And then we said, okay, this is a very good idea, but
how to pull it off?
Who can organize it?
Yes.
So we had no idea how it would look like, how it would be pulled off. All we knew is that a league is a good idea.
Yeah.
Right? But even what informed Diana's decision to say yes is that we had a retreat as the BNI office.
Yeah.
And BNI members had done a survey. And they had told us that what we like in BNI is relationships.
Yes.
In 2024, BNI grew from 210 to 500 members.
Yes.
So the question was, how do we get these people to meet each other?
Yeah.
So when Herbert came and said, let's do a league, it just was in line with everything we were looking for.
Yeah.
So the objective of the league, of the BNI Uganda League, is to foster cross-chapter collaboration, cross-chapter relationships. So at the end of the day, if people are meeting across chapters, the league is successful.
That's your key deliverable.
Yes.
If members across chapters are meeting in a fun environment, relaxed, not meeting setting, no 20-point agenda, it's successful.
It is a very successful league.
Patricia, I was part of season 1 too, just like Joe. I know that it was a hit in more ways than one. Did you expect that level of success? What did you expect from the beginning?
You see, the beauty about the first league is that we are building from ground zero.
There's nothing to compare with.
There was nothing to compare with, but also we could only go up.
I know.
We couldn't go down.
Yeah.
So for me, it was successful in many ways than one. And I think for me, my biggest joy of that league was to actually see people pass business across chapters.
Yeah.
Because then now we're no longer just talking about relationships. Now we're actually marketing partners.
That's true.
So for me, that was a very big point. But also, so many leaders came out of that league.
Yeah.
Right? After the first league, most of the people who were participating in the league became presidents in their chapters, vice presidents, STs. So the league also opened up our eyes to leaders. Right?
That's true.
And I've come to learn that BNI members like sports. I've come to learn that they like sports, they like to chill, they like to have a good time. And so even then, we are looking for more ways to,
they spend their full week on business and serious meetings, and also I figure every given opportunity, we shall have a podcast about socials.
Right.
Joe, I have to come to you at this point.
Yeah.
Season 2 is your first season BNI League to organize. So I have a question, part A, B, C, and D. What's new in season 2? What are you improving from season 1? Because I know you took part. You were bragging earlier that you are the most valuable player from your chapter. How big is it, and why should someone attend?
First of all, I want to congratulate our president, outgoing and incoming, from Diamond. Diamond is a very exciting chapter. That's where I hail from. And of course, I cannot not talk about them. They've given me the support to lead. They've mentored me. I'm not, no pun intended for the other chapters.
Solomon forgot to mention his chapter.
Exactly. So no pun intended. I must say the maiden league was exciting, like you said, because nobody knew what was going to happen. There was a lot of competition also. Yeah. I saw a lot of... one of the players that stood out for me, who became my friend, by the way, was Joseph Opata.
Everyone knows Joseph Opata.
Very visible because of the league.
Opata is such a hard nut to play against, let me tell you. And I was telling my other colleagues, Kaso is also another fighter. By the way, he got injured, but I think he's okay now. But the competitiveness of Opata reminded me of my days. By the way, I'm a former. This is very important. I'm supposed to be an ex-international.
Yeah.
Because I played football up to AC Villa, about 16 hours in Villa.
Wow.
So you can see how much the passion goes for Ugandan football. I mean, for this football thing. Yeah. But going back to the league, I think it brought out something that you don't see every day. Yeah. There was a huge turn up. Everybody turned up, and everybody was excited. I mean, I love the fact that you would start with a couple of drinks. I won't mention them because we are not allowed, ideally, to mention drinks in the morning. But those who know. So we like that about it. I want to thank the management, the leadership of BNI head office. Of course, to embrace such an idea was a master stroke. because there is no single platform in the world that can compete with sport. We all know it. Sport brings together people with all walks of life. For business, it's a platform. And that's how I want us to look at this. It's a platform. You don't need to win every game. You don't need to injure anybody. Just show up with an objective of saying, I need to meet this guy. It's a different environment. We can even talk when we're on the pitch. We can really talk properly and get to know each other. And those fights on the pitch actually bring you together. So in a nutshell, it was very successful.
Yeah.
And of course, the bar was set high. And then you asked me, what new thing shall we bring? Of course, you cannot know where you're going before you know where you're coming from.
Yeah.
There are things will not change, of course, but we have some things we are going to add in. We want to focus more on the fun side of the league,
yes,
which is very important. So the fun brings out the networking element, the business element, just like the golfers. The golfers come in and, you're holding your how do you call it? The putting. Yes. And you are not very serious. You're actually doing business.
Yeah.
So even in fact, we want to introduce things like, you see that halftime? We want to do a one-to-one, a short one-to-one if we are permitted, so people can come in and talk to each other and get to know each other. And that's how now we want to espouse the values of BNI.
Yeah.
The things that we do every day, and we take them for granted, but they're so important.
Yes.
So how do I, interact? It's very important to know the people you played against.
Yes.
You can imagine, you can leave a single football match and you don't know anybody because your mindset is competition and winning.
Yes. Yeah.
And yet the mindset is, I've met Joe on the pitch. He's not in office. He's just chilling. So why don't we talk? Why don't we make that appointment?
Yeah.
Why don't we? So that for us is going to be pertinent. Success looks like that.
Okay.
If people can really connect, if they can have fun, and then we will know that the objectives are met. We want to have less injuries.
Yes.
So we have an ambulance standby.
Yeah.
But we want to have less injuries, really. And most of us are on the fourth, apart from the Patricia as well, on the second floor and stuff like that. But most of us are on the fourth floor, so you have to take it slow. Our knees will give away. So I want to come and enjoy. And make friends, understand, BNI even better. There are some people who are just joining right now, and this is an opportunity to understand it from a different environment, and then you become an ambassador.
You're a player, so I'm going to stick with you on this one.
Yeah.
You're a player.
Yeah.
You want to see less injuries. You're the organizer. Speak about the importance of preparing for a game on a Sunday.
Correct.
Because many people will just show up. They think, I played high school football. I can just show up from a night out on Saturday and show up on Sunday, and I'll still do my thing. Speaking to how do you advise someone to avoid injuries?
Yeah, of course, just like any other competition, your kits should be ready in your bag if you're going to pick them from, but at least make sure you have the kits, the shoes and everything. Then to have enough sleep. On that day, I know some Saturdays will be difficult than others, but at least try and have some sleep. Then the other thing is that the warm-up is always very important.
Yeah.
When you come in, try and warm up for 15 minutes, 10 minutes, so that your body gets acclimatized with the environment and all that.
The muscles.
And all that. So, but also come with the intention to enjoy.
Yeah.
Playing with a smile.
Yes.
Even when somebody hurts you, it's okay. It's part of the game. You give him your hand, pick them up, and then continue. But also with the refereeing, our preparedness is the refereeing. We are going to be a little bit more stringent.
Yeah.
We will not allow those tackles to really come in.
Yes.
And we want to talk to the reps, the managers of the leagues. We will have a session with them
of the different chapters.
So to orient their players that this is not a matter of life and death. Most of us are a professional. I mean, we could have been professionals, but we never did it. So let's not be very professional.
Let's not try and live out our childhood dreams.
No, we cannot fulfill our childhood dreams in the BNI League.
No,
but let's play with joy.
Yeah.
With excitement, and with courteousness, because at the end of the day, I know I'm a serious tackler. You can find it hard to play against me, but I will not tackle you. I will try and leave you, not to injure you, because in the heat of the moment, I know when you play soccer, sometimes the tempers go high, and but once you're conscious about it, but also the things we want to put is the referee is very in charge of the game, very professional referee, but we've told him, make sure less injuries, any foul, any touch, anything, please blow the whistle, and then talk to the guys, tell them what we expect of them. So yes, there'll be that competition. Naturally, people with winners mentality, of course, are listening to me and saying Joe is joking. Joe must be joking. We agree somebody has to win the league. I hope it's not Diamond, so that I am off the hook. Because people will say they won because Joe was in charge of.
Joe, I can. You may have many problems,
correct,
but that's not one of them.
That's not one of them.
Yeah, because there's a chapter called BNI Sunrise.
I know.
It needs no introduction.
Finally mentioning your chapter. I had to find a way to bring it in.
It had to be.
Listen, Joe, when you're speaking about competitiveness, injuries, and all, what was going in my mind? I had the blessing to play in season 1, Patricia, and I was asking myself, what is the player's win? A BNI member player, your win is as long as guys gather, you've won. But what is the player's win from there? Because I'm thinking more connections, hopefully more business is the ultimate win. But winning the league or winning my game or scoring my goal may not necessarily mean that I'm going to win more connections and relationships. So for me, that's what comes to mind, is how I behave, how I carry myself in the game, how I'm networking. If I play to win and I injure you, and it was an unfair tackle or unfair playing, I don't expect to ever get a good relationship with you.
Right.
So I think that's what players should carry with them, that the motive is not necessarily to win the league and hold the trophy and be the winner. The long game is building relationships, and you can actually get good connections from your opponents on the pitch depending on how you relate with them.
Right.
For me, that's what comes to mind, and I wish many people would get it. I don't know who wants to take this. I know people's lives changed. You mentioned Opata. I had to mention the top scorer of the league. I don't know which chapter he comes from. Gideon Kaitali.
Gideon. Actually, I played with him. In the recent corporate league. But you see, Gideon survived also because I think my dad got sick during the last days of. I'm very, very honest. So I didn't make it, but I scored 5 goals in a single game. That was like a cricket score, and that's when people started taking notice that Joe is on fire. But in the subsequent games, Gideon took over. That young man is very talented.
He's very talented.
Yeah. So very interesting. But like you said, there has to be a perfect balance between the passion of the game, and the business mind.
Yeah.
Somebody who has been in football like me for the last 20 years, as a player, as a manager, I have learned that football, like a business, requires certain things that you need to put together.
Yes.
And this goes to the representatives. When you're the representative of a chapter, your role is to say, look, guys, we must get organized. Let's meet. Let's see how our team is going to show up. So you lay strategy, you lay objectives. objectives, you plan for resources, you plan for how to show up. So because we are business leaders, actually this league challenges us to organize ourselves. Because there is BNI head office, there is the organizer of the league,
and then the
individual teams, but led by their reps, presidents and reps. So it's now incumbent for us to say, look, we have an event coming up in the next couple of, how prepared are we, as opposed to why isn't Joe calling me or why isn't Patricia calling me? You know, that's the thing about now sport that we need to understand. World over sport is not just playing soccer. For example, the US is organizing the World Cup. I can tell you, there is every professional, Canada and Mexico. Every person right now is seated saying, how do we benefit from the tourism aspect? How do we benefit from building patriotism with the youth? How do we come out? Now they have a conundrum of the war now. People are seated on table and saying, how do we work on the PR? How do we do the ticketing? How do we do the visas? How do we deal with the backlash? So even with the BNI League, as leaders now, this is always an opportunity for us to say, look, we are business leaders. And this league is giving us a platform to showcase, one, as a chapter, how organized we are. How we can mobilize, how we can stick to the goal, and how we can benefit. And that's why I love this. We might be the league organizers. Of course, our job is to do the concept of the league, the rules of the game, book the logistics and the venues, but we cannot be everywhere when it comes to you organizing your team. And in case you have no information, of course, through Patricia, you can get to me, or you can get to me directly and stuff like that. So for me, this is more than just playing football. It is an opportunity to showcase our organizational skills at chapter level, leadership skills at rep level, and then the players. So that's how I look at this thing. And then the business accumulated throughout the entire season.
Last season, I must say, I was challenged and inspired by, I think it was Abundance. BNI Abundance as a team were always at the Tuesday training. I don't think there was another chapter that was as organized
even
as Abundance.
I think another chapter that trained together was Prosper as well.
Even
so
Prosper.
Abundance and Prosper.
I mean, I was really, while some chapters were struggling to find players on Sunday to play, Abundance players were even at the training sessions midweek, and I was really inspired. And I think that's one of the things the teams should pick up. Patricia, story time.
Yes.
What were some of your highlights from season one? Most memorable moment, the nice ones.
Yes.
The funniest moment, most okay, fine. We'll get to the most competitive team. You know, standout players, the rivalries. You know, do tell a story there.
I love it. But before I go there, I just want to say something about Abundance, because I went to BNI Abundance to tell them to join the league. And at the time, their president was female.
Yes.
Annette. And she said, Patricia, look at the room. We have more women than men in Abundance.
Yes.
How are we going to participate in this league? Right? So that chapter that I was worried about was Abundance.
Yes.
But they showed up on day one, and I remember texting the admin group and saying, guys, Abundance may be the team to beat. What's going on here?
Indeed it was.
So and it really showcased Jude Abuche as an awesome leader. And he has gone on to become president, and now he's doing his second Chisanja, and they don't want to release him. But he's done a very good job. So for people who know me out of BNI and have met me in my other spaces, know that I love women. So I'm always in women's spaces out of BNI. So the highlight for me, first of all, was the women who participated in the league.
Yes.
And I must say, check out Queen scoring against Coach.
I know. Coach.
No one saw it coming.
And you know, he's an express coach. He's one of the best coaches actually we have in the country.
No one saw it coming.
But I liked the way he carried himself.
Yes.
You know, if he brought his A game, not the other fun thing.
Yeah.
Probably she wouldn't have. But now not to give credit.
Yes.
To us scoring, but the fun bit about it, and but the goal, you cannot take away anything.
No, you can't take away the goal. And coach was so shocked, but he took it really well.
He underestimated her, and that's what happens.
Yes. Yeah. So, and also another highlight for me was that the top scorer women had 6 goals.
Yes.
Of course, the top scorer men was at 27, and then women 6.
Yeah.
Yes.
But for me, that was a very big highlight.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I'm in all groups. Yeah. I speak to many people. So another highlight for me was I was talking to one of the members, and he said, no, there were these girls who were supporting coach.
Yes.
And I met one of them selling fruits out of the league.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I spoke to her. I realized when they come with coach, they're really trying to make money for school fees.
Yeah.
And so he was able to get BNI members to collect money and send them to school. And one of them has done senior 6, the other one. I was like, wow.
Power. Power
amazing
of the league.
Exactly.
Yes.
Another person said they are, and people will come and tell their own stories. Someone got a referral partner, marketing partner, and gave him a referral, and he's making 200 million a week. Wow. Since then, right? And at the beginning of the league, we saw our fitness levels, and I must give the kudos to Coach Patrick, because all I required of him was to run the games on Sunday.
Yeah.
But he went ahead and did training on this Tuesday. Eventually, it was training Tuesday and Thursday.
Yeah.
And by the end of that league, people were fit.
Yes.
And some people have actually continued to work out. So many highlights. So many highlights.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick with you on this one, Patricia. What was some of the lessons you learned organizing this? I have to ask you what some of your biggest challenges. Why this league? and hopefully that Joe will mitigate this season. Go ahead.
Actually, I'm more interested in those challenges, because that's what we want to work on.
Go on, Patricia.
So some of the challenges now. Because it was the first time we were doing it, we switched things so many times.
Yeah.
The chapter representatives will tell you that every Thursday we had a meeting at 8 p.m. Every Thursday. So we'd come in the meeting and say, okay, this didn't work. This one worked. This one didn't work. This one. So we were switching.
Yes.
And that can be a challenge, because now you guys are communicating something else. Now you guys.
Yeah.
And for me, on my part, it was, but these are your representatives. They've spoken on your behalf, and this is what we are doing now. So much switching was a challenge. A very big lesson for me was, how do we communicate? Because I must bring up, we had an issue with Sunrise. Because, and to take ownership on our part, I didn't feel that we communicated with them the right way. But we had a 1-week window. So this has happened. On Sunday, we have games. We must resolve it within this 1 week. So the chapter representatives are saying, no, why isn't it being resolved? Why? You guys fear, this chapter because it's big.
Yes.
On the other hand, you also have to take on Sunrise interests. Most of them were saying, we didn't know. We didn't know. So what we did was we sent out an email, made the decision, and moved on. But now we've learned so right now, what we have put in place is an executive committee. So we will have an executive committee, right? Now, when there's an issue, they will be the ones resolving the issues. And it's going to be in the rules. If you have an issue, you have to write on that day, on that Sunday when it happened, so that they have time during the week to resolve and send a report back. And we also recognize that there's a better way to solve a crisis. It has to be emails, people have to be in agreement, it has to be a win-win situation. So we take ownership completely. And I'm happy that Sunrise has resolved to play in the league. But I also hope that, both parties, the executive committee is well accepted, will be releasing their names so that people understand that when we have an issue, it won't be Patricia,
that's where it goes.
It won't be Joe, it has to go to the executive committee.
You mentioned, is it because you fear Sunrise because it's the big chapter? No. I think Sunrise was just the team to beat.
You know what? I actually agree.
Yes.
I actually agree.
It was a serious team.
But for me, Patricia, my biggest takeaway from that, one of the big takeaways from that incident was that I don't know what, Joe, you're going to do to make sure that the team representatives are actually passing on full information to their respective teams, because you're not dealing with students, you're dealing with business owners who are busy and all that, and information gets lost along the way.
Yes.
I don't know what you're going to do, whether you can create a platform and register all players, for example. Ask representatives, who are your players on the team, on the bench, have them in one group and post some information there, so that in case the representatives miss to communicate something, someone else will pick it. That's just an idea that comes to my head right now. Joe, you played last season. What are some of the challenges that the reason you decided to bid and say, you know what, give me this thing, I'll show you how it's done?
Yeah. To be honest with you, of course, it's easy to point out the challenges that never went wrong.
Yeah.
But for me, of course, you are as good as your latest performance. Yeah. And that's what business is all about. With the objective of creating the biggest networking, platform using football.
Yeah.
Is the objective. So are we there? We're getting there.
Yeah.
Now, but for me, one of the biggest highlights is when we were discussing, I think in my chapter then, it was President Joe, and she said, guys, who wants to sponsor? And you know how life is. Most people say, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll procrastinate. No, I'll think about it.
Yeah.
I said there and then that I'm sponsoring this chapter. And in fact, I remember I paid that money instantly. And for me, that's the power of business.
Yeah.
That's what we learn in business. It's the speed, it's the opportunity, seizing the moment.
Yeah.
That's why I told you we need to look beyond football.
Yeah.
Let's look at what happens in the game that we can use in our businesses.
True.
Isn't it true that decision making and opportunity, looking at opportunities is important?
Yes.
Most people lose out on opportunities because you are slow, you didn't bid, somebody sent you a bidding form and somehow you said, I'll do it tomorrow. Somebody else took it up.
Just like that. Yeah.
Just like that. So that speed. So when I sponsored Diamond, at that time the sponsorship was not very structured.
Yeah.
And I used the opportunity also. I said, I'm signing, please put my name, Kigozi Academy.
Yeah.
Put the name, and that's how I got it. But of course, we've structured it a little bit more. We've come out with the sponsorship structures right now, and we've said, okay, there are some and we've discussed, by the way, with the reps. It was a very interesting discussion with the reps, because we need to strike a balance between overly commercializing the league, but also, the owners of the league also need to have, some veto powers and deciding on what happens. So for me, one of the highlights was Kigozi, looking at that opportunity and becoming now the league organizer. Those are stories from just a sponsor, the league organizer.
Yeah.
And but it started just like, let me sponsor, let me have visibility. And I believe people saw and saying, what is this thing? This is Kigozi Academy. What do they do? And that's what sponsorship. And that's why we said, okay, let the most visible part of the jersey be taken
for the chapter
chapters.
Yeah.
And if I was a company in any chapter, I can tell you, I would run very fast and sign
get
up
that one,
because there are many benefits.
Joe, quick facts, what we know so far.
Yes.
Where are we playing from? When are we playing? How often are we playing? When is the first game? How many games are we playing a day?
So, of course, the process of organizing a league normally takes time.
Yeah.
And one of the other challenges I believe that you had last time was there wasn't enough time to really, and that's why we say it was successful on the hindsight, because they didn't have enough time. But to organize over 14 chapters, we're 14, right?
15.
15. There is one.
Limitless will be playing online.
The online.
They are very much part of this league, please.
They are, and that's the beauty. So they don't need to play to be part of it. So organizing 15 chapters, I can tell you, and over 600 members is no mean feat. because one, these are professionals, these are seasoned, administrators and CEOs, and they don't have time. Time is something that they don't have. So where are we going to play from? Of course, we did go through a process of identifying different venues. That also, derailed us a little bit because we needed to find a venue that suits our objectives. And we zeroed down on Equinox, which we believe has the platform to give us what we are looking for. The fun element, the networking element. Because the facility has a swimming pool, it has a gym, it has a very nice
steam
sauna. For me, that and the team, we thought that was brilliant. And that's where it's going to be. So what I know is that it's going to take place in April. And we're going to communicate the final date. But it's in April. So there shouldn't be any excuse. Somebody saying, I don't know. Just know it's in April. It's in April. And we are going to in a few days we'll be giving the final date. And so what we expect is one, a dedicated day for the BNI League. I mean, we work very much throughout the week. We look for those one-to-ones. Sometimes you don't even meet the people you want to meet. That's the challenges of life. But this league gives you no excuse. I mean, I know that on a Sunday, there's family time, which is correct. Actually, I do cook on Sundays, so my children are going to be very disappointed. But I'm going to bring them along. That's the beauty. So I'm going to bring them along just to also learn, because that's education already.
Last season, your nyama was good on the grill.
Exactly, your nyama was doing a good job. Actually, for me, I would advise people, you just come in, start with the gym, because we always have excuses. I don't have time to go to the gym. I don't have time to loosen up in the sauna or whatever. So that's the kind of environment we want to create. So in terms of the fixtures are pretty much done. It's just changing dates or two. We've actually communicated to every team to choose their colors, which is something very interesting. We want to do customized jerseys for every team, which will make it a lot more exciting, because we want that jersey to espouse
the chapter values and identity.
And that's why it's important that the reps think about it. How do we want to show up? We want to be different, but part of BNI, but different. We want to show people our energy, our passion, and it's seen in how we dress. Of course, we want to be very smart, but also the other reason why we've emphasized having a uniform jersey, branding becomes easy for everybody, but also we keep the quality of BNI up there, because we are not a small entity. We are an international entity, so everybody who looks at us, the jersey is actually the mirror of the chapter, the mirror of BNI
in general.
In general. So in terms of our checklist, venue is pretty much done. The jersey designs are being worked on. We're waiting for just feedback and the sponsors, of course, who are coming on, because we want to do it at once. Then, of course, the rules and regulations have been drawn. The rules are so simple. We don't want to make rules that are also very stringent. And of course, we shared with the reps. They did put in their input. Right now, what we are looking at is that as we head towards the launch of the league, sponsorship is a critical issue. We've said that one chapter presidents and reps need to work together with the BNI office to see how they come and show up, because that subscription is important. We would like to have it to be able to manage the operations of the league, but also ensure that you have water, you have glucose, you have an ambulance ready,
sugar cane.
Everything has to be ready. Sugar cane. Yes, and then you're dressed very well and stuff like that. So time is not on our side.
No, it's not.
Whereas, of course, we are dealing with very sensitive business owners who also have priorities. We are banking on them to really, come good, come like they've always done. I know the spirit is there, like they've always done. The opportunity is there. So right now, the phase we're in is we want to create the anticipation.
Okay.
And that's why we are here.
And build up to the league.
Build up to the league, especially the opener. We're organizing how the opener would look like. Yes, what should it look like? How should success look like?
Yeah.
And we are open to many ideas. We are open to people coming and saying, you know what, I want to sponsor the PS system. I want to Sukuma wants to come in and just do the opener.
Yeah.
And we want to give this priority to mostly the BNI because that's the whole objective.
Yeah.
So the opportunities are in vending for anything that we've put up, food, you have drinks, you have the supplements, you have massage. Yes, you have the makeup. Somebody was saying actually some of us take time to get haircuts up. Yes, somebody can just say I want to do a mobile salon, and guys, if you don't have time, you can just come in the morning, just book your appointment. We need to be as creative as possible. I know that my barber sometimes comes home, so why can't we organize a barber or a hairstylist to just come and work on you while you're chilling and waiting for your next game? But also, do a one-to-one. I saw one of the best barbers in the world. I'll tell you this story. Is in the US. And his strategy for making money was in the celebrities. Now he got this opportunity. I don't know how he got it, but through these networkings, of course, the BNI platforms and so many others, somebody led him to Barack Obama. And Obama asked him, what do you want me to do for you? He said, all I need is you just sit down and let's talk. This guy created something amazing. And Obama, I think, gave him the best opportunity in life that he needed. Not money, not anything. So Obama featured in this celebrity haircut, which is what we can do even at our league. We will not be celebrities, but company haircut. And there was a story around Obama. So as he was cutting the former president of the US, he was telling him, you know what, when I was in high school, things were not very easy. And, I had to do all the jobs. These are the kind of stories you'll never hear from Obama anywhere. But he used that opportunity to actually create content. Above all, so many business opportunities came after that.
Wow.
Now, you can imagine that kind of creative thinking that the league can provide. So every company has an opportunity to plug in. Just think on how do I plug in? How do I come either create the next customers, create more visibility? Because this is the platform we're giving. So that's why we said it's not just playing soccer. At the end of the day, you win, we'll shake your hands, we'll laugh, but where is the opportunity, business opportunity that you can get out of the BNI League?
Alum, where I can see a lot is still taking shape as we get into April. Where can BNI members find these updates on the things that we are deciding on along the way? Where do we get league updates from?
Very good question. So I want to first start by saying that the things that we're deciding along the way are being decided with the chapter representatives. Right? And you pointed out something. So here at the beginning, you said, how do we ensure that the chapter representatives are actually sending that information to their chapters? So that's a loophole that I have to fix. But Kigozi, the amazing JKA, has started to share a lot of information on social media. So if you go to their social media page, I always like and share on our page, they are putting out that information. So a lot of information is actually going out on their social media. So that's two of the platforms that we are using. Of course, being that the league is coming up a month away, we are very heavily going to start sharing with in the chapter groups, like different BNI communication streams.
Alum, projects.
Yes.
Projects. Where do you see the BNI League going in the next few years, next few seasons? Do you see it being going out of Uganda as, projecting from your projects? Where do you see this going?
One, I see it going. Long. Yesterday, in one of our calls, one of the members was saying that, why don't we build our own stadium? So there's
we can build.
And stadium we can build. So it's definitely here to stay. The league is here to stay. And I like that now we are farming up dates. Now we know that even next year we can start in April. After the Muslims have fasted, after the Christians have fasted.
Yeah.
So now we can go in year out knowing this is when the league starts, right?
Yes.
So for me, I've also spoken to a member of BNI India who was very curious about our league and saying, how do we, can we participate? Kenya was very interested. Kenya was actually, special thanks to COG, because Kenya kept asking me, send me the link. I want to watch the games, right? They were very interested in our league.
Yeah.
So I definitely see it going very far. I don't think it's about to stop. The league, once we can, Joe is helping us, once we can find a way that the league can pay for itself, it can be sustainable, then we can run with this league across Africa.
Of course.
And across the world. So it's really here to stay.
Actually talking about the sustainability, because we all know that, paying money is not a very easy thing.
Yeah.
And mobilizing people to pay money. So the first and second edition, we want to use them to show the opportunity.
Yeah.
For example, there are many corporate citizens out there who want to tap into the BNI family.
Yeah.
And they want to register SIM cards, they want to open up bank accounts, I'm talking about banks and everybody. And I know they are listening, the CMOs, the people on the Uganda Marketing Society, the marketers, that this is an opportunity and you need to move fast on it because somebody will. So the idea is that we need to create a sustainable BNI league, which can be sponsored by companies outside, but also inside, but also get the burden off the chapters at the initial phase. And that's why we thank them so much, because they are really contributing to the initial phase. Just to be a little bit ambitious, of course, regionally, globally, the league can move all those places.
Yes, it can.
And it can become a marketing tool for BNI beyond just Uganda. And the model can be adopted, I believe, by many other countries. And for me, that's a great thing. And that's why I'm part of it, by the way. For me, it's more than just... of course, there is no money at the moment, to be honest with you. It's pretty much showcasing what we can do. Pretty much giving an opportunity for everybody. Like you talked about COG. I was talking to COG. I was telling him, you need to become the live streaming partner for the league. You need to block that space because that's your game. Many people are going to see you. They are going to say, who did the production? COG, please, we need, and he does a wonderful job.
He
does a wonderful
COG
job.
Did a good job.
So you can see official streaming partner, official drink partner, all those people. You need to look at yourself. Official makeup, partner, official. There are many opportunities that you can just come and create, and we're very flexible on whoever wants to come and create, something that is valuable to the league.
I don't think I can emphasize enough the power of volunteering, generally speaking, whether it's a business or as a person, because most times the best way to show off your newest and best product that your customers have not seen is by volunteering and just giving it so that people have a taste of it. I can speak with confidence. I'm sure Clifford had his sports live streaming product. I'm sure grew from the games he live streamed during the league, and that's an opportunity for other sports disciplines to take him on, and he actually does business with them. Quickly, Patricia, who was your best player? Don't think about it.
No, I have to think about it.
Joe, who was your best player?
Gideon.
Not you. Gideon. Okay.
Gideon, that young man. He reminded me of me at 25. He was just too good.
I see what you're doing.
So I'm like, man, this young boy, this speed, his passion, his talent. You'll be shocked. People will start looking for national team players from the BNI League, and they say,
"That's true."
Why not? Why not? So
Patricia is still thinking about it.
I know who it is, but in the first league for said I was so biased. My best player was Mark Rutaremwa. Very stable.
Mark Rutaremwa, very calm,
very diplomatic. He came to play. Actually, the whole of the excellence team carried Mark's max energy.
Yes.
They were they weren't in anything. They came, they played, they scored, they left.
Yeah.
So I have had the blessing of knowing Mark way before BNI, and I know he's an amazing football player from school. He's very calm, collected, keeps his emotions together.
Yes.
Keeps his emotions together. Very mature player,
Right.
Mark Rutaremwa.
And then women, of course, women, it was Tonya Namuli.
Okay.
Tonya
wow.
Namuli.
I interacted with Tonya a lot during the training sessions.
I felt that towards the end because when she came into the league, she was playing because my chapter needs a female on the court.
Yeah.
And so she trained. By the end of the league, I felt that she was playing at the level of some of the gentlemen.
Yes.
Wow.
So I saw her grow in the league. She was the second top scorer.
Wow.
So for me, female, it was Tonya.
Shakeout.
After Christine Nansamba.
Christine Nansamba was the top player.
Yes. Shakeout was the best female player.
Wow. Joe, which one was your toughest game? What was the toughest team?
That team equals to Opata.
Was it Prosper or it was Opata?
It was
tough.
It was Prosper, let me tell you. I saw then our vice president, Kasso. Kasso is a very competitive player, and I like him. He really was. And then there was David. We had about three people were very. Me, I'm very competitive, but I compete with a smile. So I'll tackle you and smile at you. But these guys were hard. Now we met our match, Pata Prosper.
Yeah,
this guy was an engine. and I think we became bad days after the game. He told me, Joe, you're very hard. I told him, yeah, I've been there. But to be honest with you, that game was so exciting. We lost. But I told these guys, we lost. We went down fighting.
Yeah.
And it's okay. But that was the most competitive match that I played. And I want to have more games like that. Few, of course, not too hard. And I look forward. It was exciting.
Patricia, you watched all the games.
I did.
Which game kept you on your toes?
Oh, gosh. It was Integrity. I think Integrity and Sunrise.
That game.
It was all of us. The tensions were so high. Game overshot on time. People complained. People ran to COG to watch VAR. I was worried for the referee.
Yes.
That game was so intense. And Sunrise said it's like the whole of BNI was against us.
Yes.
We watched it with our eyes. There was a pause. There was a pause, and it's honest, the tensions were so high. I had to be there for all the games, but I would have loved to be in a corner for that game. It was so interesting.
The Sunrise game against Integrity was by far the toughest game.
Yeah.
Yes, you were on court.
That was a big one.
That game. Never prayed for time to pass so fast.
And yet the game prolonged.
Yes.
And yet the game prolonged. Yeah.
It was a tough game.
But also, it was the most attended game.
Yeah.
It was the most attended game. So it was a really, really good game.
But what do you wish, and I'll end by telling you what I wish I want to see. What do you wish to see in season 2 of the BNI League when you visualize a Sunday afternoon at Equinox? With what you know and what you want to see, what do you hope to see?
I really am just praying for fun and games. People just coming for fun and games.
Yeah.
There was too much competition last time. It was too much.
Joe.
So the way we've structured the league, of course, is we want to have less games.
Yeah.
That's the other bit. The change, one of the tweaking a little bit. So less games, more fun. So it's 7 plus 3.
Yeah.
So 6 plus 4.
Yeah.
6 fun, 4 the game.
Yeah.
So meaning that we expect people to turn up as early as 10. You can go and pray early in the morning.
Yeah.
Reach there at 9, start with your gym, do some sauna, drink a couple of...
Some swimming.
And so you can imagine that kind of environment. And of course, you're meeting people, you're catching up, in a very calm environment where there's parking. You shouldn't worry about parking, security, and of course it's really enclosed. It's exclusive, and the element of exclusivity is another change. I need you to note that. So we tweak the fun versus seriousness. We're tweaking exclusivity versus everybody coming in. So it's a BNI day. It's a BNI league. So the venue is exclusive to us. And that's very important. So that means we have the opportunity, that we are more secure, we have fun, then we have time.
So what we have is BNI community, maybe with their families or their guests,
correct,
and not random guys who have come to watch soccer.
So it's like as if we've bought the venue for that day.
I love it.
That's important. So your family is safe, your birthdays are safe.
So everyone you get to meet there is BNI related,
connected.
Wow, I love it. I like you guys. I honestly visualize and pray and hope to see more fun, less competition. I know it's such an oxymoron to say BNI League, we are playing football, we are competing, but no competition. No, I mean it in a sense. I said it earlier of carry yourself, play, and in a way that when your opponent meets you on Monday, they want to give you a referral or they want to do a one-to-one with you.
Right.
That's the best way I can say
Correct.
Play in such a way that the person who has been marking you for 20 plus 20 will want to do a one-to-one or give you a referral on Monday.
Right.
That is what I pray to see. I mean, I have to say BNI is just not business. It's a whole community that comes with other things.
Right.
In just a few seconds, Patricia, your parting shot.
My parting shots, I would love to celebrate the women that showed up in the last league. The league was predominantly for the males, really. Even right now, all the representatives are male. But I had women who showed up, who played, 30 minutes. They played full games. They worked hard. I recognize them and I celebrate them. The women also came to cheer, and it gave the men so much energy. So I just want to say to the women in BNI that you have a part to play in the BNI Football League. And you need to show up. Just show up, have some cocktails, have some yonyama, have some...
Cheer your team.
And cheer your teams.
Kigozi, parting shot.
First of all, thank you very much for hosting us. We can't take it for granted. I mean, you have taken us to the world, which is very important. And I would love to share this link to everybody, such that everybody doesn't say, I don't know that the league is happening. I want to thank the management of BNI head office for entrusting us with the opportunity. I always tell my team, it's an opportunity. Let's take it. Let's learn from it. Let's show what we can do. What I can say is that April is dedicated to, by the way, it's my birth month, so you better.
It's a big month.
I want to remind you also. And there are very few people who are born in April. Do you know why?
Why?
The Kabaka of Buganda is born in April.
Joe, you're parting short about the
so the BNI League is going to be exciting, and for many reasons. It's because we've really tried to work hard with the representatives, because we want to go and say it's our league. It's not Joe organized. It's not BNI head office. As leaders, we need to own it and say, guys, this is how we want it to be. And we've done it. We've involved them at every level of decision making, from venue to the format to everything, to the sponsorship. So we just want them now to carry it and say, guys, this is how we're going to look like. And I will also encourage some of the guys to come and, banter on your podcast and tell us how they think the league is going to look like and stuff like that. But we're very excited. And Pata is such a name. Joseph, we are namesakes, by the way. And the reason why we delayed starting it was also intentional. I think it's the first time in many years that Eid and fasting for the Christians has actually coincided. So we thought it was prudent to allow people to nourish their minds and their souls, not to interrupt them really at that point. And now that we are moving to the other side, hopefully next week, we are moving into now the Jia. now this is it. So that's happening. But that also was well thought after.
Yeah.
It was not a decision of one person. We raised it, we discussed it and agreed that this is the direction. So we're very excited as Kigozi Academy. We are going to be there working with you. I'll play less games because. So I thank you and I wish you all the best.
Yeah.
And we look forward to a very exciting, league, BNI league.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Alum. My closing shout outs go to the fans. We didn't get to talk about the fans, but the number one cheerleader from Sunrise, Brenda Sekavembe, I see you. Please get the vuvuzelas, the uniforms, the fans' uniforms on. The league is happening. And of course, everyone else, Sheila Mishambi, Evelyn Tush, all the Sunrise ladies. I mean, Sunrise is now 95 members. By the time the league starts, it will be over 100. So are we allowed to field 4 teams, Sunrise, A, B, C, and D?
No, one team only. They can
it's completely up to Sunrise, I would say.
But guys, thanks so much for coming. And maybe, Patricia, you should line up a panel of fans to talk about the league as we build up to this thing and everyone shares their experiences. Viewers and listeners, BNI members, it has been Joe and Patricia talking about the league and what they have lined up for us. Feel free to drop a comment down in the chat. And if you want to come and tell your stories, feel free to reach out to Patricia Alum. She will make it happen for you. We'll catch you on the next episode of BNI Uganda podcast. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.